Hello and welcome. I'm Chesley McNeil, and this is The Take, where we go above and beyond the headlines and we look at the why and how stories are impacting you and your community. We invite the experts in to share what they know about today's top stories, and we try to have just a little bit of fun as well. We'll start you off with this morning. He's a journalist who gave a voice to those often silenced, covering immigration stories, family separations, and deportations in Georgia for more than 2 decades. Well, this summer, his own story became the headline. Mario Guevara, detained, held for months, and ultimately deported, despite the calls from human rights groups and also press freedom advocates nationwide. Today, he's sitting down with us on The Take for the first time since his return to El Salvador. Mario Guevara, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate you take my story seriously. My community in Georgia, I really miss them.
Absolutely, and they miss you. How are you holding up since you've been taken from the United States?
You know, it's difficult time, especially because my heart is divided. I really miss my family. My family's right now separate. Just yesterday, I went to the airport, El Salvador airport, to say goodbye to my 2 kids. They returned to my second country. I believe my United States, my second country. Even right now, they don't love me anymore. But I really miss my family. I miss my community. I miss everything there. Almost 22 years living there, basically half of my life.
Wow. Describe to us what this journey was like for you.
Well, it's a new story, new part of my life. Literally, you will start to work today as a journalist too, because I have some invites for local channel to work, but now I have my channel in Atlanta. I have some client there. I have to continue working. I have 4 people working for me in Atlanta. I have to continue. I prefer to stay as a freelance right now, but you know, it's hard. But the good thing is I really see a lot of good people here, people who meet in the past. They are wonderful with me. They receive me literally like a hero. I receive a lot of support for the local media and the media in United States too, and the Europe. That is wonderful. I can see even the justice commit a mistake with me. I can see a lot of people support me, and this is wonderful.
Yeah. Take us back to the arrest. Like you were reporting on detention centers, and then you were living in one. What was that like?
Yeah, that's something horrible. I never imagined something like that. You know, I was covering a protest. It's not my first protest I was covering. I have 25 years experience in as a journalism. I covered 100 protests, maybe more. And this is the first time something like that happened to me. You know, I am 40 years old. I say, wow, my 50 years old, half century is my first time in jail. I was in 5 jail. It was something horrible, especially because I feel like a criminal. Even I never commit a crime, I feel like a criminal. It was horrible, but you know, I'm a man of faith. I believe God is under control. I think that everything is happened for something. Probably in the next 1, 2, 3 years, I will return to United States with a different vision, you know.
Yeah. Describe to us what the conditions were like at that center that you were held in.
You know, the last was Folston Detention Center was good because I was informed before. Even in the Atlanta Federal Prison, I was victim of extortion there. Some people treat me to kill me and hurt me. You know, it's really hard because the immigrants are involved with the convicted felony people. You know, I don't know why ICE put the people like me in the middle of criminal, but I think it's this administration. It don't think like that. All nation. I believe Folston was good in compared with others, but obviously you are in confinement like me. I have 70 days by me in solitary. Was something horrible. Right now when I say, wow, the only reason I don't turn crazy is because God was with me. I take advantage of the time reading the Bible, thinking in my family, calling my family, but it's really hard moment.
Do you believe your arrest and deportation, ultimately your deportation, was meant to silence you?
I think it's yes. I believe yes, because when the ICE officer want to transport me, they told me, oh, you're a journalist, right? Yes, of course. Okay, off the record. They told me off the record, you know, you get us a hard time. Okay, I know that, I know. And after that, they say, you know, you were following us. I know. why you're doing? Because well, my job, don't take it personally. You know, they take personally against me, but I never take personally against them because I only want to inform my community. I believe I was the only Hispanic journalist following the immigration rates, and what's good for me because my community followed me for that. But you know, I paid the price. I was maybe I was negligent with my family because if you are not U.S. citizen, you don't have the same right like other journalists. I ignored that, and I paid the price. You know, I was arrested and deported. It was horrible.
Yeah. Tell us what it's like in El Salvador now that you're there.
Everything is good now. You know, I'm enjoying the food. My regular food. I pupusas. You have to try. I really miss my food. I really miss family members. I really miss some friends, co-workers, friends from my university, my college. That's wonderful. Just this week, I have a lot of meetings with people I meet, and I think this is the only good thing of that. But honestly, I wake up at 2 a.m. today, maybe 3 a.m. I think in the morning. You know, stay at 3 a.m. just thinking in your family is not easy. It's not easy.
Right. What are your chances of returning to the United States? And do you know when you could actually come back?
Well, my attorneys told me they are fighting for that because they are trying to prove was an injustice with me. It's not easy because I, in the beginning, when everything started, I had the opportunity to sign my voluntary departure. Voluntary departure will be very easy for me. Maybe I can return next year. But now, because I was deported, the punishment is worse. But I try to fight for my family. This is why I tried to stay in jail for a long time, almost 4 months. But now it's really difficult to me. Probably in the next 2-3 years, maybe when the administration change. I don't know. Yeah. But it's really hard. It's really hard.
Mario, before I let you go, I got to ask you about your family. Your son actually came on the show. We talked to him before you were actually deported. He was obviously praying for you and just hoping that it was a good outcome. He was even wanting you out of that detention center and hoping that you got to El Salvador. I got about 30 seconds left. How's your family doing?
Yeah, they are with faith in God, waiting for a miracle. Even I'm here, they are waiting for a miracle. My son, they give me a lot of support. My two sons, they are U.S. citizens. I think is the closer people I have from the United States. That when they come, they will come in next month for Thanksgiving, and they coming next for Christmas. I think is my hope to see them again as soon as possible.
Absolutely. Real quickly, you know you fought for freedom, telling the truth. When you think about freedom now, does it have a different meaning for you?
Yeah, probably. I think, yeah, everything had to change.
Yeah. All right. Mario Guevara, thanks so much for joining us. Really appreciate you taking the time out to speak to us today.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
All right.